So, can I start you guys out with a drink?
Oh my gosh, are you okay? Hey, is she okay? Hey, oh my gosh, like, is there something wrong? Like,
I have a little brother, Dash.
No,
nice to
she
meet you.
usually doesn't leak this much.
Hi! I am Liberty.
I'm Josh.
My name is Bret Williams.
I'm Lauren.
And today we're going to be reviewing Incredibles 2. Let's talk about the short. 10 out of 10.
I love that
Love
short.
that
I
short.
really like
So
when
good.
they have those kinds of shorts.
Me
You know,
too.
Frozen, no.
Yeah,
I
No,
don't want that.
no.
I hate that. Pixar had a little bit of trouble with some movies for a little bit, but then they picked it back up, and now we're back in some good stuff.
First Incredibles, I absolutely loved it. It's my favorite animated movie of all time. I watch
Really?
it like every month.
Really?
It's just so inspiring to me. I love it. When I heard that they were making a sequel, I was like, oh my god, it's happening. Best part about this movie is the animation.
They
Pixar's
really
ever
amped it
done.
up from the first movie too. Like there's a lot of comparison.
There's a lot more
And-
detail in the suits and like the character models. It's really impressive watching them back to back.
They kept the same sort of stylization, but they did improve it with their new stuff.
Yeah.
You could see the textures, which was amazing.
The plot of this movie is
Man-child wants to bring supers back. He's like, hey guys, join my company, be super again. And they say, okay. But they're like, plot twist, we want to start with Elastigirl.
I think they did a really good job with handling both gender roles as well as family roles.
Yeah, I will say though that I did not like this movie as much as I expected. I felt myself wanting more.
But I feel like that was also the point. It doesn't seem like they're going to stop making movies. And at the very end of the credits, there was also like a little teeny tiny hint that they would be making like another movie.
I wasn't necessarily disappointed by this movie. I did wish that Dash and Violet had more screen time. In the first movie, Dash and Violet literally had to run away from the bad guys, and they were like in battle. Whereas in this one, Dash doesn't really even have a subplot.
Yeah.
Violet's subplot is reverted to just a typical teenage issue.
I wish I could have seen more with Dash, specifically his obedience to his parents. I feel like at that age he'd be more rebellious. I wish they would have experimented more with Dash growing up and starting to rebel against his parents, because that would have been even more interesting if he was made the villain.
Something that I just really like about The Incredibles in general is their use of shapes in the building of their characters. It's much better than the Disney princess films.
Yeah, these two incredible films have always nailed the family dynamic. I guess the reason why I say I wanted more is because I felt like the movie was extremely predictable. Incredibles had risks. I feel like Pixar has the ability to make us feel emotions like that, and I didn't get that.
Yeah, Incredibles 2 doesn't really have like a definitive Pixar message like Inside Out or Coco.
Yeah, the feeling that you really experience in this movie is joy and excitement because it's finally here, you know.
Go to the time code at the bottom of the screen if you want to avoid spoilers for Incredibles 2.
So I want to talk about the villain, the screenslaver. If you pay attention to the dialogue in this movie at the very beginning, you know that she's a villain right away because her name is Evelyn Dever. It's Evil Endeavor. I thought that was a pretty clever thing. That's why they chose it. Yeah. I picked that up right away.
Really?
I was like, she's the villain.
I liked the screenslaver though. I thought it was cooler when you didn't know who it was because that design was
that
really
made
creepy.
it so much cooler. She is so sick of everybody being involved in screens and that nobody is going out to do anything. Everybody is just drawn into their phones and their TVs and everything like that.
Like there was a lot of deeper messages in this movie about modern times and modern families and everything.
I loved Mr. Incredible's role in this movie where he has to take care of the kids.
I loved that.
It's
so
a great
much.
Father's Day movie. My favorite sequence, though, it didn't even have anything to do with the plot, but it's Jack Jack versus the raccoon. The best
That was
moment of the whole
beautiful.
movie.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the wannabe supers, is what they were calling them.
I mean, I think they were trying to like get the audience to like think that it's cool and care for them.
I wasn't really a big fan of Rick's design.
All those designs, I was like, that's interesting. I did feel like the last act was just underwhelming.
And I feel like
But
they really limited themselves.
I-
They were on a boat. I think they
I know.
tried showing all this crazy stuff. But I still remember the first movie, how cool it was. They were in
When
that
they were
like
working
jungle
together
dome.
as a
And
family.
it focused on the kids too.
And I was
they
really
had
disappointed.
isolated each of them, but when you put them together, it really works. I really liked sitting through it. The big payoff, hearing the themes, those classic style themes.
Oh yeah,
I loved that.
The whole like Disney and Pixar intro with the red and yellow and black, like that whole style.
That
I
was so
like,
cool.
It was interesting how they used the Johnny Quest, like that little snippet of it. It kind of highlighted the conflict that was going on between Dash and Mr. Incredible.
Do you guys want to go to final verdict?
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like there's not a lot to say about this movie because I feel like the main purpose was just to be like, we're back, we're better. It was mainly just for family. It was like a cute little movie. It did leave a lot of people wanting more, but I also feel like that was their point. It was very simple, but I feel like it was just enough. I feel like if they tried harder, it could have overdone things. I liked how simple it was, but I liked how they slowly were trying to build more character. It's a fun movie. Friends, family. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Yeah, so I saw this movie 3 times. I did feel like I wanted more, but that's a genius marketing trick. Like, it's just getting you to want to see the third one. I did enjoy this movie, and I have to keep telling myself that this is a kid's movie. It's not like a fucking R-rated movie. I was so happy to see my favorite, like, superhero family be back. It was unreal to me. I thought it was amazing to see them back. So, I give this a 7.
So, this movie, it has a very predictable plot. I was annoyed that they didn't really feature Dash and Violet as much, especially because, as you said, this is a kid's movie, so why wouldn't they feature the kid characters as much? I feel like kids will like the first Incredibles more because it features the kids more. All in all, it's still Pixar. It's still fun. It doesn't have the emotional weight that most Pixar movies have. It's fun. It has some great messages. It has a really cool villain. Nothing special about it, but it's enjoyable. I'll give it a 7 as well.
Most of what I would say has already been said, and that's why I always go last. It feels really good for a Pixar sequel. It kind of feels like this sort of Toy Story 2, just gotta get to that Toy Story 3. I actually really enjoyed it. I kind of have a different mindset for if I'm watching something more aimed for adults and something more aimed for children. It's just something I do subconsciously. I think I would actually have to go with a 7.5 as well. I just really enjoyed it, and it hit me in some places.
So, before I give the final verdict, here's a quick video.
Hi, high school film nerd fans. I'm unable to do the Incredibles 2 review today, but I did want to say that I'm back on my game now. Not Incredibles 2, but the short before it got me on the Alex Cry meter to about a 4. I'm gonna say 4. So I'm back on crying in movies again. Woohoo! But overall, Incredibles 2 is amazing. You know I'm a big Pixar nerd, so I could have so much more to say, but I just wanted to see if Josh would put this in the video. So yeah, Incredibles is a solid 9 for me. I really enjoyed it, so yay!
So, adding Alex's final verdict in, the final verdict for Incredibles 2 is a 7.6.
Awesome. So what did you think about Incredibles 2? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment and let us know, and do not forget to subscribe to High School Film Nerds. Peace out! Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, you can subscribe right here, and you can watch our last video right here. Peace out.